Oh, hey guys, Boston fan here, and I am here to do a video response for John Wade Boggs Fan, who is celebrating his 2000th subscriber with a VR, and he's asking us to talk about the positive impact that YouTube and having a YouTube channel has made on our collecting experience. And I've watched a lot of the videos that have already come out, and my sentiments match what a lot of people are saying. You know, I know Joe at Force Off Corners had mentioned, for me, it's a great way to document my collecting history, both as a record for myself to look back on like what I was collecting, um, look back at my trends and see what I was into and what my decisions were and when I got stuff. But also as a record for my kids who are really young right now and don't quite get collecting. And I'm hoping one day they might enjoy the videos and see why their dad picked up certain things and when he got them and what he paid and why they were important to him. So it's kind of neat to have that record on video. It's for them to have forever, as long as the YouTube servers don't explode. Um, I've really enjoyed getting to watch other people's videos. That's how I interact the most. I watch a lot of videos. It's my prime method of entertainment. TV might be on the background, sports game might be on the background, but I'm saving to my watch list tons of YouTube videos and watching them any chance I get. It really fulfills me in a sense that I can consistently engage in the hobby. Those back pages, Eric, he always, talks about, always learning, sharing your knowledge. And I really appreciate people who share their knowledge because I've learned over the last 4 years, say, since COVID, since I started coming back from, heavy OCD incident. I've learned a lot about collecting, a lot about what I enjoy and a lot about what else is out there. And so, I have some knowledge to share, but I'm not by no means an expert in any area. But I enjoy learning about the hobby and learning about different stuff that's out there and people showing off their collections. Is just a lot of fun to see what else is out there, stuff that I didn't know existed, whether it's a small time card or something, bigger. It's just great to learn about. Another thing that it's really helped me with is it's helped me focus my collection. Watching so many YouTube videos and people getting stuff or showing stuff off. There's a little competition there. And I don't mean that in the sense that there is, I want to beat other people and have a better collection. But there's always a sense that you want to like build your collection to match up with other people's collections, or you want to have something significant. And so seeing what other people are able to get has helped me really kind of, I don't know, focus on what I really want to do, and like instead of just picking small stuff off and the low-hanging fruit on eBay, really try to focus on what I think would make my collection stand out. And so like earlier this year, I picked up a Koufax rookie, something I never thought that I would own, never thought I could own, never thought I'd spend that much money on a baseball card, though I think I got a great deal on it. But taking the chance to focus my collection and say, you know what, I want to save and try to pick up something like that was completely attributable, yeah, to the YouTube community and seeing what other people have and wanting to, strive for something. It gives you a goal. I guess that's the best way to say it. Not really a competition, but you see what other people get and you kind of want to reach that in a certain way. And I team that with also, it's helped me do a lot of reflection on my values. And as I've gone through OCD treatment, that's a big thing, is learning and basing your life off your values. So as I see other people get stuff and what other people have in their collection, it allows me to reflect on my own collection and what I feel I'm missing or what I feel I need and don't need. And I think that's a very healthy thing to do, especially as a collector who I have a hard time, A, giving up stuff, and B, I kind of collect in like 1,000 different areas. So constantly being able to reflect, and I do this after most videos, it gets my mind turning. And that helps me just from an OCD standpoint where my mind wants to focus on stuff that makes me nervous. Now I get to focus on stuff that, drives me a little bit. And so, being able to learn from other people lets me refocus. Okay, what do I care about? What do I want to take away from that video, and how do I want to put that towards my collection? And it uncovers different stuff. John actually made a video about, I think he did it with Theo Clemente Collector, where he went through every year and picked his favorite Wade Boggs card. And he showed a 1981 TCMA Wade Boggs. It's on the Pawtucket Red Sox. And I had known about the card, but hadn't thought about it a long time. And that struck a chord, and that's now high on my want list, which I'll hopefully be picking up in the next year. I grew up watching Pawtucket Red Sox games, and just being able to see that and just reflect on what a cool card that is. And then, yeah, that would fit my collection as a Boston sports fan. I love rookie and pre-rookie type cards, Hall of Fame stuff. Like, it fits so many boxes. And so I can reflect on that video. And, he showed a bunch of great cards and a couple others that I really like the image of. But, like, that reflection says, okay, maybe I need to change my want list a little bit and where I'm going to put my money. And it bumped Wade Boggs from being off that list completely to now it's pretty high. And I'm hoping to get that by the end of the year this year. Now, another thing is that it's helped me appreciate some things in my collection. So, Alec collecting Maddox, he shows off a lot of his Nolan Ryan cards, which is to be jealous about. But he also collects a lot of Greg Maddux. And I did when I was a kid. Before Pedro came to Boston, Greg Maddux was my guy. And so I show this card because this has been sitting in a box. I don't even know, random boxes for years and years and years. It's a Fleer Focus. It's a green foil. It's a parallel, and it is what? It's a 2000. It's numbered out of 300, which was pretty low for that year. And this has been unprotected since I pulled it, because I was done with Maddox by then. Pedro was on the scene. But just learning and seeing his appreciation for Maddox reminds me that I had it too. And so now it's a top loader, and I'm adding it to my PC, and it's going to be organized in some way that are non-Red Sox, non-rookies. I'm filling that void where, hey, there's other stuff other than the main things that I like that I can also appreciate. And I've gotten that from, other channels as well. I picked up a while ago this 86 Jose Canseco. It's in a 7. It's not a terribly valuable card, but this is something from my childhood that was the card. Everybody knows that. And again, through that reflection and seeing other people having it, I was like, you know what? I can own that now. It's not very expensive. I paid like $17 for this. And so I'm really proud to have that in my collection. Inside me, there's still that 10-year-old kid who, spending $5 on a card is a big deal. And I have that mentality a lot. And so getting to, again, see stuff and reflect on it, and then say, hey, like, that's something that I valued when I was a kid. I loved it. Like, why not pick it up? Really helps. And then there's the occasional help from some YouTubers that help me pick up individual cards. I'm going to shout out Eddie at Eddie's Cardboard Chaos as he develops his new normal. But I have a T206 card, and I picked this up last summer. I was on vacation, and it came up, and it was a fair price, and I was doubting it. There's a little bit of paper loss right here on the back, and I just couldn't decide. Do I want to pick it up? Is that going to bother me? And I sent Eddie an email and was like, hey, can you text me? Like, what do you think of this? I couldn't pull the trigger. I needed reassurance. And he came through and was like, hey, I don't think it detracts too much from the card. I mean, the front is amazing. And he said, seems like a fair price. It's already graded. It looks nice. The centering's decent. Not great, but decent. And the paper loss in the back is like really small. And so I was like, okay, I got the reassurance. That made me feel a little bit better. I pulled the trigger. And he was 100% right. The paper loss, I barely notice. It almost looks like it's just like kind of rubbed off or something. But I focus on the front of the card, which just every time I look at it blows me away that I own it and that it's part of my collection. So he directly, like, the YouTube community, like, Eddie helped me pick that card, and I would not have this card if it wasn't for him, like, giving me the little push to be like, yeah, like, you're right, your instincts are correct, it's a good card, don't doubt yourself. So yeah, that's basically how YouTube really helps me. I mean, it helps me not decide, but really reflect and determine what I value in the moment. And I take time to pick stuff up. I don't generally randomly grab stuff off eBay. Um, and so, YouTube has had a very positive impact on my collecting. It's also fun. A lot of people mentioned to just share your collection. It's a little bit of an ego boost to get comments, and when I see that people that I admire, like Mike Junkwack's Hero or Orlando at A Collector's Dream, or Eddie's Cardboard Chaos, anybody like that whose channel I love, comment on my videos, that's a huge pick me up, and it feels amazing. And any comment really is just awesome, and it just makes you feel good and stops you from collecting in a vacuum. I don't have any close friends or anything like that give a hoot about collecting, and it's fun to show my father because he's a big baseball fan. But getting comments and stuff from fellow collectors is always an ego boost, and it always feels good. And that's really why I do it. I do it for documenting my collection, but also because I enjoy sharing it, and I enjoy not collecting in a vacuum. And then YouTube in general just helps me be a better collector, figure out what I really like, what I want, exposes me to new stuff, new ideas, and then helps me focus and say, hey, you know what, if I want to achieve something that I've seen on these few videos, I need to buckle down, and here's how I do it. And that nets me stuff like Koufax Rookie. So this is a really long response video, but YouTube has meant the world to me. And it's helped my mental health for sure, as well as picking up cool cards and just enjoying the hobby to its fullest, where I'm trying to engage in the hobby every day in some way, whether it's commenting on a video, sending a letter through the mail. It's the baseball card collecting and stuff has turned into an everyday thing for me, and that's great, and I love it. And YouTube, thank you for putting up with my long videos and my ranting. Not really ranting, but more just talking. I talk a lot. I haven't shown my face on YouTube. It's because my background right now is a basement. My confidence is building, and if I get a sports room with a renovation we're planning in the next couple of years, you may see my ugly mug on camera as I get like a decent or normal background. But anyway, John, congratulations on 2,000 subscribers. I love your channel. I love the way that you present information. You're thoughtful, you're kind. I can't wait for your 3,000th giveaway and video response, which I'm sure will come soon. And anyway, guys, anyone out there that watches my video that has put up with this 12-minute video, thank you for everything you do to contribute to my enjoyment of the hobby. Every comment you leave, every video you make adds to my experience in collecting, and adds to my joy in the fact that I can enjoy something that I've liked since I was a kid and still revel in that feeling. So I'll sign off there, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.